lot can change in a single year. Last year on this night, we were celebrating 40 years of building a progressive Los Angeles. Tonight, we're facing down savage attacks from the highest levels of government. Last year, we stood on a progressive foundation we'd built right here in Los Angeles, and we could see the way to a brighter future at home and across the entire country. We celebrated turning toxic hotspots into green zones, winning statewide protections against $1 billion in wage theft, cutting school suspensions by over 50%. Nothing was going to stand in our way. Tonight, I know that you may feel like that brighter future is far out of reach. It is infuriating to watch a bully swing a club the size of the federal government trying to tear down our house. People I love fear for their lives. They feel powerless. Many of you have told me you want to do something, but you don't know what to do. The uncertainty haunts us. But here's what I know. I know we are in it for the long haul, because that's how we win. I know that the best defense is a good offense. And I know this, the work we do locally will light the way for the whole country. Election days have come and gone, but we have always moved forward. Remember the 90s? Deep blue California was the land of 3 strikes and Prop 187, where a stolen slice of pizza turned into a life sentence, where a hospital could turn away an undocumented child, where people like me and my wife were not allowed to marry the ones we loved. We beat every one of those backlashes, and we fought for more. We won same-sex marriage and living wages and funding for schools instead of jails. Now, California didn't change because of demographics. It wasn't destiny. It was organizing, and it was leadership. It was activists and elected officials, protest and lawmaking. It was you and me, and it was Liberty Hill. We invested in leadership, in training, in bringing leaders together to form coalitions and build movements. That's what we've done for 40 years, and we're not throwing out the rule book because there's a bully in our house. I had a bully in elementary school. I can still hear her making fun of me for being poor, saying my clothes were dirty, saying she was going to knock my teeth in. I asked my dad what I could do about her, and he said, next time she threatens you, punch her in the stomach. So the next time she threatened me, I punched her in the stomach, and she never bullied me again. Now, today I'm a big believer in nonviolent conflict resolution, don't worry. But there is still a good lesson in that story. The lesson I take for us here and now is the best defense is a good offense. We stand and we fight. We rise to the moment. We protect what we've won by winning more. That's what Liberty Hill has always done. Yesterday, with your support, we partnered with City Council to introduce legislation to ban toxic oil drilling near schools and homes. And last month, several of you helped us launch an environmental justice giving circle that will support this campaign. Thanks to you, we have a rapid response fund for racial justice, because right now, grassroots leaders don't need to be wading through grant applications while they are fighting for their lives. When the White House let it be known that their plan was to tear immigrant families apart, Liberty Hill grantees were already there. Angelica Salas and Chirla speeding up naturalization for thousands. Maria Brenes and inner-city struggle youth leaders leading school walkouts. Sarah Jawade and LA Voice organizing a modern-day underground railroad. If there's one thing I want everyone here to know, it's this. Resistance requires a vision of change. It requires a plan to build power and take power, no matter how long it takes, no matter the setbacks. And it requires that we reach out to one another through our fear to banish despair and light the way forward. Imagine waking up on the day Prop 187 was passed. You're an undocumented child, and your state just voted to banish you. What would you do? They led school walkouts and May Day marches, and Prop 187 was struck down. And they didn't stop there. They put elected officials in city halls in Sacramento who today are fighting to make California a place of sanctuary for all. Now, I know many of you remember right where you were the moment you learned that California had passed Prop 8. We cried, but we did not go back in the closet. We were bold with our love and strategic with our anger, and we changed minds and we changed laws. Now take a look at the generation of activists who are rising up today. They are innovative, they are fierce, and we, all of us, had better have their backs because they can't do it without us. You ask me how we keep going? That's how we keep going. We follow the undiminished spirit of a rising generation. We match their spirit and their energy with an equally fearless generation of philanthropists because we know what the long haul looks like. We offer the tried and true tools of building power block by block, election by election, and law by law. You ask me how we keep going? We defend what we have by winning even more. We protect the EPA while we wipe out toxic oil drilling from our neighborhoods. We defend our labor laws and fight for living wage union jobs in Los Angeles. We make our schools safe for immigrants and LGBTQ students while we dismantle the school-to-prison pipeline. In fact, next week, our youth leaders are going to Sacramento to take our suspension slashing policy statewide. You ask me how we keep going. I say, look at how your patience, your passion, your investment over 40 years have laid the foundation for progressive change in Los Angeles and California. You have walked with street-level organizers into city halls and state houses. You have turned fiery protest into real power. So no matter what kind of attacks we face, we will stand and fight on our terms. Tonight, let us celebrate the progressive LA we built. Tomorrow, let us hang its light in the window like a beacon for the world to see. Tonight, let us look into one another's eyes and ask, what difference can we make together? Tomorrow, let us put our defiance and our love to work. And no bully, no backlash, no force in the world will stand in our way. Thank you. Good night.